Will Rocket travel back in time in the new movie Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? In the past few hours, a new trailer for the movie Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was released. One in which they revealed many clues about the new installment. But there is a scene that has shaken the entire community of fans of the universe of the Planet of the Apes, and is about one of the most important characters of the past trilogy. Apparently, this character appears in this trailer. But how is it that Rocket appears in this movie if it has been mentioned it takes place 300 years in the future? Is this evidence of the return of time travel? Or is it a flashback? Is Rocket's appearance evidence that the Proximus Caesar tribe really is Caesar's original tribe? In this video, we will be analyzing the Rocket's appearance in the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. First, let's talk about the physical appearance of this character in the trailer. The ape that has been pointed out as Rocket can be seen 45 seconds into the new trailer. He is hitting what appears to be a piece of metal, perhaps part of the same rusty ship seen in the trailer, possibly to call the tribe to some sort of meeting. We can see too many similarities between this ape and Rocket, from its fur to its body structure. But there is one aspect that confirms that it's indeed Rocket. If we look closely at the ape's left ear, it is cut off. This is the evidence that indeed it's Rocket. But then, how is Rocket alive 300 years in the future? To understand this, we must transport ourselves to the end of Rocket's story in the Planet of the Apes universe. After having shown loyalty and courage throughout several battles and challenges, Rocket was one of the key pieces that helped Caesar, who was the leader of the apes. During the war for the Planet of the Apes, Rocket helped rescue the captive apes and participated in the fight against Colonel McCullough and his army. After a series of dramatic events, including a final battle and an avalanche that decimated the human army, Rocket survived and accompanied the remaining apes on a 2-year journey to a hidden oasis that he and Caesar's son, Blue Eyes, had previously discovered. This place promised to be a safe shelter for the apes, as it was far from humans. Once they arrived at the oasis, the apes were finally able to relax and begin to build a new life. However, this moment of peace is marred by the death of Caesar, who succumbs to an injury he had been hiding. Rocket, along with Maurice and Lake, discover Caesar dying and witness his last moments. Caesar's death marks the end of an era, but also the beginning of a new one, and this one under the guidance of survivors like Maurice, who will likely assume leadership roles. Rocket bids farewell to Caesar, and along with the others, faces the future of his species in this new home. This means Rocket became one of those in charge of continuing Caesar's legacy. However, this does not explain how we will have him 300 years in the future. The most interesting theory, which has been circulating on the internet in the last few hours, is that Rocket is a time traveler, and that he has come to the place where the tribe of Proximus Caesar is, to confront him, and to reveal the truth of the original Caesar. For this theory to be true, several things would have to happen. First, Rocket would have to find a ship capable of time travel after Caesar's death, and then arrive at the time of Proximus Caesar. In the original movies, after the destruction of the planet, Zira and Cornelius traveled back in time, arriving at a time when the apes had not yet conquered the planet. It is possible that Rocket, after finding this new ape habitat, continued researching, and eventually found a technology that led him to travel back in time. But I think there is a simpler explanation. The story of Noah and Proximus Caesar takes place 300 years into the future. This gap of time between Caesar's death and Noah's birth could possibly be covered at the beginning of the movie, summarizing what happened during those 300 years. Perhaps starting with the development of the ape society, under the leadership of Rocket and other members of Caesar's tribe. It is possible that this scene we are seeing happens in the past, and we are shown a summary of what happened. And then we would be shown the future. I think this would be the most likely answer as to why Rocket is at this place. And if true, this changes everything. If we notice on the back of Rocket, we can see some barricades and colors similar to what we see in the scenes of Proximus Caesar, or even Noah, which means that Rocket is in the same place as Proximus, and that he had an important role in the tribe. This means that the Proximus Caesar tribe could indeed be Caesar's tribe, but several generations later, and that they have maintained the structure from the time of Rocket to the time of Noah. Now there is another possibility that many people have mentioned, and that is that by mistake, the creators of this movie used the model of this ape, since it is possible that many 3D models are reused in the story. But I think this is unlikely, since Rocket was one of the most important characters, and reusing his model for another character would not make much sense, even more taking into account that this film is the first Planet of the Apes movie under Disney, and this would be the first film of a new trilogy. So I don't think it's either a coincidence or a mistake. I think that this is an important cameo with which the film could start. Now, in the first trailer, we can hear Noah mention that he is having visions of things he has never seen, possibly visions of the past or of the future. Also, this could be a way of showing us Rocket between visions of the past. Though of course, this would mean that Noah would have supernatural powers, something similar to the mutants in the first movies. The mystery of Rocket's cameo is one that could be solved in the movie, or perhaps in the next trailers. But tell me, what do you think about all this? Why do you think Rocket is in one of the scenes? Will the movie show us at the beginning what happened after Caesar's death? Is Rocket a time traveler, or did they use the same 3D model? Drop your opinion in the comments. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You are on the Oasis Geek.